Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to
Yeah,
Night and Day
yeah, yeah.
Metaphysics. All right, man, we're gonna get into this Nature Boy verdict. When Nature Boy was found guilty on all counts, on all charges, including great, you know what I'm saying, revenge porn, all that. So yeah, man, let's get into this verdict real quick. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long because we want to go live on the Night and Day Talk Media channel tonight. So we
Yeah.
ain't gonna keep y'all too long on this, John. But make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in.
Wild, wild, wild situation, man. Got
All
another
right.
Z York going on up in here.
Another Z York, another
Right,
uh polite
right.
R. Kelly.
Robert, yep, Robert. We could have almost said Bill, but Bill
Oh, yeah,
ducked
Bill
that.
free. Yeah, Bill
Yeah,
free.
Bill ducked that one. I don't know how Bill did that, man. Whew. That's
All right.
wild. Bill is a powerful man. I ain't never seen nobody do that magician's trick before.
Well, they see then the thing is they got Bill where he still was worth hundreds of millions.
Bro, nobody's messing with Bill, bro. Bill got away with everything. If he did do something, he got
Allegedly.
away with everything, bro.
All right. Come on then, y'all. All right, make sure y'all hit that like button. Rashad Jamal dude. He doing exactly. These niggas going to jail. All that shit they
Man,
doing online, all them theatrics. Nature Boy was doing, and all them theatrics all these niggas was doing online, all the scheming and the scamming, that shit caught up with them niggas, bro.
scheming and scamming,
All that,
scamming and scheming.
all that, I'm the three God. I am God. And all that shit caught up with you, nigga, doing all that theatric shit. You should have just
Well,
stuck to
that wasn't what
the
got him. He could have did all that and still been out of jail. It was the
yeah,
the
yeah,
grapes.
yeah. All that. I own the woman and all that stupid ass shit niggas was
Yeah, it
saying
was
and
that
doing.
part. Right.
Nigga, you,
Yeah,
nigga,
that got
nigga,
yeah, that got him
right
sent
into
up.
a life sentence. Nigga doing football numbers, boy.
Damn,
At this
how many
point,
years this man? How many
I don't even
years
know.
this
And you
man got
still
to
waiting on
serve?
this nigga to get sentenced, man.
He
So
ain't
let's
never
get in.
getting out, huh? Like he's like dying in jail type of ordeal.
Shit,
That's
pretty
wild
much.
to me.
All right, so this was this was the verdict. We gonna get straight to the verdict real quick, and then we'll get into the sentencing video. And the judge and them all came back to the courtroom and shit. Let's get into this. So that nigga found guilty on all charges, including great. Boy, they about life sentence, bro. Nigga getting life like Eddie and Martin. Yeah. Pull this video up real quick. Damn, bro. It's a crazy situation. So that nigga wife, ex-wife Velvet gave her a little closing testimony or whatever. And Solar, all them niggas gave their little closing testimony. What's the other light skinned nigga? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The other light skinned true nigga, whatever his name. Yeah. So let's get into that real quick.
Wow.
Oh yeah, all the members that he was with, yeah, them niggas testified on that nigga. Like he doing all that weird shit on. I remember a video of them niggas rubbing this nigga feet and shit. I'm like, y'all niggas is tripping. Yeah, he had all the men rubbing his feet and shit and rubbing his legs and doing all types of weird shit over there, bro. That's why I said them niggas over there at that Nation Carbon was weird as shit. It was going way past just theatrics.
And we swear in.
I will, Your Honor. Ms. Carter, if you raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give the court today will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. If you'd introduce yourself once again, please, for the record.
My name is Kendra Carter.
All right. Ms. Carter, do you want, or what do you want to tell the judge as she considers what an appropriate
Oh.
sentence is for Mr. Bishop?
Well, I wrote something, but should I not read that?
You can read if you want to read what you read. That's fine.
Okay. For the past 2 years, I woke up in the morning, relieved that it was just another nightmare, and that I am not actually still in the cult of carbonation under the control of Eligio Vision. When I left home in 2017, 5 days after my 24th birthday, to join carbonation, I was excited to pursue a lifestyle focused on growth and community. Bishop said we have to be the change we want to see in the world. We are the ones that are the creators of peace and harmony here on earth. And I believed him. At first, I felt empowered. I thought finally I found the answers to all of my life's questions. Finally, my prayers for a brighter future have been answered. Never did I ever imagine the trauma I would go through in some of the most beautiful locations in the world. But now I know he used the natural beauty of those places to attract young people who weren't fully aware of their own beauty and potential so that he could exploit them. Under the guise of a spiritual journey, he inspired many of us to drop out of school, to stop pursuing our own passions, to cut off any ties to our identity, including our names, our family, and young children, and to trust only in what he provided for us. He knew exactly how to make every person he recruited feel special, like they had something great to contribute to the community. He love bombed us, especially the women, so that he could slowly gain our trust. He waited until I trusted him and had developed a friendship with the woman he was with to lure me in to his tent with him, saying we would just watch a movie, while he schemed to
That
take something
nigga
that was
boy.
so valuable to me, only so he could use it to hang over my head every single day. He said my soul belonged to him, and there was absolutely no saying no to him. I was trapped psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and physically, while Bishop went live regularly on social media to brag about his power and control over each and every one of us. He said he was God and we were his servants and slaves. As he continued to get more and more drunk off the attention and power, he saw himself as untouchable. No one was going to hold Bishop accountable, and so he would only dream bigger and more violent, while many of us under his control got sucked into the nightmare of his world.
Dang.
Slowly but surely, the lines became blurred, and he made changes to the rules and roles of everyone as he saw fit. Suddenly, we were bowing at his feet because he said it was for our own good. Then we were publicly shamed and humiliated as he made us relive our childhood traumas and traumatic memories, forcing us to talk about it on live streams for thousands of people to see. Finally, he controlled all of the relationships for his own sexual deviance. I'll never forget after me and my husband had our child, and he told us we couldn't be together. He made me move out of the room with my husband and child and into the room across from his, against my will. And he told me because he broke my virginity that I belonged to him. I was his property, and I had to have sex with him. He would walk in as I was getting dressed and talk about me sexually. At that time, I was married and a mother to a 2-year-old, and he didn't care. He restricted me from seeing my husband and our child so that I could, what he called, focus on him. What meant that meant catering to his every need, whether that be helping him get dressed every morning, brushing his teeth, giving him massages, cooking his meals, doing sexual favors while he recorded video, and sending him nude photos of myself. What God wanted, we were required to give, no matter what, and we had to give it with a smile like we enjoyed it. I and so many other women there had no choice but to give up our own right to make decisions and disregard our authentic thoughts and feelings because he said that we didn't have our own mind and needed to replace our thoughts with his. There were consequences if we didn't listen and follow his instruction exactly. At first, we were just instructed to do squats and push-ups, then it escalated to being isolated in the closet for days at a time and standing in the corner naked for at least 3 hours. And eventually, he would introduce
Damn.
verbal and physical punishment.
Yeah, he was doing all that shit on camera.
After all these people coming to join his life since becoming Nature Boy, and though none of us were forced to come, every single one of us was deceptively recruited. We trusted him and thought he had our best interests, and he knew this. No one volunteered to be taken advantage of emotionally, financially, physically, spiritually, or psychologically. I would have never joined Carbonation in 2017 if I knew that in 2020 Bishop would order other women to beat me until I curled up in a fetal position in order to surrender. I would have never joined in 2017 if I knew that I would be forced to watch as he beat a woman in front of all of us on the 4th of July of 2020 during a picnic in the park. I would have never joined if I knew that he would eventually separate other men from the women so that he could force every woman to have sex with him whether they wanted to or not. Or if I would have known we would be ordered to slap and jump others. Or if I knew that he would have the final say on every aspect of our lives, from food to clothes to where we could go or sleep, or if we could take a walk, or if we could leave the group, we would need permission. And that we wouldn't be able to go anywhere by ourselves. I never would have joined if I knew that. I would live in fear every day, not knowing who he would hurt that day, who he would order us to hurt, or if I would be hurt that day. All it took was for someone to have what he would call an attitude, or for them to slightly resist him. He often responded to any resistance from the women with whipping them with a leather belt over and over while he laughed and made the rest of us watch. He would make us lay flat on our stomachs while he walked around in
This
the
nigga
rain,
laughing
taunting
and
us,
shit.
degrading us,
This nigga
beating
think
us,
that
and
shit
stomping on
funny.
us, beating us into submission. He said we were his property and that he could do anything he wanted to us. No one was coming to save us in these foreign countries. He said no one cared about black girls like us, not in America or anywhere else. If we told anyone, we would be being disloyal. Betraying the Christ, the Messiah, we would be going against God. In fact, we should be grateful that we get to be in his life. He said, no one else loved us like he did. He said he loved to dominate us and the feeling of being able to hurt us or kill us at any moment. He said that if he killed us, no one would know or care. So I push myself every day to stay on my best behavior in order to survive because my son needed a mother and I didn't want to die. Boundaries over first. There always seemed to be another excuse to why we needed the abuse that he called discipline. He told us that we were doing it to ourselves, and if we ever questioned him, he made sure that we would never think to do that again. And he made an example out of us. Sometimes he would remind us all of the good times
Make sure
we
y'all
spent
smash
together,
that like
all the
button.
beautiful places we saw, like the waterfalls in Mexico and the beaches in Puerto Rico, all of the music we made and the celebrations and dances we had. He often guilt tripped us, even while he's in jail. He's trying to intimidate us. For years, he gaslit us into thinking maybe he wasn't that bad. Maybe this wasn't so bad. It took months for me to stop blaming myself for the abuse and the sexual assault. With support from those in my life that truly love me, I was able to finally stop protecting my abuser and speak up about what happened to me and so many other young people. It's a shame even young children were involved as well, and not everyone made it out safely and alive. I never willingly joined a destructive sex cult, but in the end, I learned that that is exactly what it was. I, like so many others, wanted to make a positive impact in the world, not to be hurt, abused, and used, exploited by a Ezekiel bishop. So many people have prayed for this day where justice is finally being served. And I thank everyone who heard us and who saw us and who fought for our freedom.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't have any other questions.
Mr. Pepper, do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Ms. Marquez, are you driving or are you a passenger? You have to
All
be
right,
muted.
so this the nigga
Oh,
wife
sorry. Try again.
about to do her closing.
Are you a
This
passenger?
the nigga wife, the one he got the kid by Velvet. Y'all know Marquez about to she give her little last testimony on this nigga. She got the daughter by this nigga. So she about to come on there and speak her last closing statements and shit. So let's get into that.
No, I'm just sitting in the car. It's the quietest place for me.
Okay, no worries. As long as you're not driving.
Okay, Velvet, if you could raise your right hand.
And
Do you swear or affirm the evidence you'll give to the court today will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Now you can put your hand down if you'll please introduce yourself again.
I'm Velvet Marquez.
Velvet, did you want to address the judge as she considers an appropriate sentence for Mr. Bishop?
Sure, yes.
Okay, please go ahead and tell her what you'd like to tell her.
First of all, I just want to thank you for your time, for your patience, because it was drawn out for a very long time. I'm counting years. And everything that Kendra just said, she put it in a nutshell. And moving forward from it all and trying to heal from it all and knowing that I was targeted from a spiritual standpoint, I've literally had to get myself comforted so that I can understand what the Bible is, who God is, who Jesus is to me. I really had to unravel myself from thinking that an actual person was here as the second coming of Christ. And I know that may sound absurd to a lot of people because a lot of people have spiritual backgrounds, but I was searching for who God meant to me in my life at the time of Jordan. So now that everything is settling and I have 3 children of my own, it's an uphill battle every day because I've literally witnessed Ezekiel Bishop threatening to kill me and my child on multiple occasions. He said that my life is over if he had ever saw me again. So every day I wake up, especially with online social media account from other people that follow him, they leave me death threats as well. And one of the most recent ones I got was they couldn't that the person said that they would be sitting outside my home address just to take a picture of me and my now newborn just to put it on social media. So everywhere I go, people know me because of this. They know the humiliation. Everybody saw the revenge porn that he put out of me and Kendra and myself. This has been public and it literally, I wouldn't even say destroy our lives, but at times it has literally felt like he was trying to destroy our lives, even through our own families. And what breaks my heart the most and that I have to be strong for and continue to be strong for is the children. Because the children were severely impacted by all of this. They will never know their fathers. Not only that, the men that are the fathers of our child, we now have to look at them and see them as another nation boy because or Ezekiel Bishop because they all carry some of the same behaviors. Courtney Townsend is the father of my now child, and he has some of the same characteristics as Ezekiel Bishop, and I have to now protect my family, my child, his child from him.
She talked about that nigga Solar because Solar got a child by her too. So she putting Nature Boy and that nigga Solar in the same category.
So, and these men around us, we don't know if we can trust them. I don't know if I can trust them. I can't trust the fathers of my children. And knowing that my child is gonna have to grow up with me and I'm gonna have to explain to my child how, when, where, why. That is a lot as a responsibility. And I'm glad that the verdict has come back to what it is for what it's worth because our lives will never be the same. My life will never be the same. My daughter's life will never be the same. My son's life will never be the same. I have to go file protection orders and do all of these things to make sure that I'm protected as a woman and child. That's not okay. You're targeting women and children at this point. And so the young men who follow Nature Boy, who follow Ezekiel Bishop, this is what happens to you when you harm people that's innocent. And I want to thank Kendra, and I want to tell you that I've always thought you was a beautiful young woman, and so I have you, Brianna, and so have I and everybody else. It was the environment that kept me away because I said no, and I was being physically abused for it every single day. And the only reasons why I came back to combination so many times was because I was under the impression that we were gonna make it work for Eliana, our daughter, because that's what it was about. And it was about Solar's child that he had with Janae, and with Zoka. And it was about your child, Kendra, that you had with Aaron. And it was about everybody's child, everybody's children should have
And
been
they
protected.
all over there having
And
kids
everybody
with
should
each
have been
other and
protected.
shit,
And I'm just grateful for everybody who
just
continues to
spreading all
support
that
us and fought on
nastiness
our
over
behalf
there.
to bring all of this to the light, which I'm really not surprised because Nature Boy and EQ Bishop had already put everything out for everybody to see. And so I thank everybody again. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Yes,
Do you
nigga.
have any questions? Okay.
Brianna?
All right, if you would unmute, and are you driving, Brianna?
I am driving right now.
Would you be able to find somewhere to pull over?
Yes, 1 second.
Okay, let's move on.
Sorry.
That's okay. We'll move on to one of the other folks.
And then my baby's crying.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute you until so you find somewhere to park, okay? And we'll call on somebody else. All right.
I can have 30 seconds, Your Honor,
Yeah.
to see
Okay.
if I have any other
Sure.
witnesses. Call Janae Newell.
Okay. You can stand at the podium if you prefer. Would you rather? Okay. All right, just raise your right hand.
Raise your right hand.
Right.
Okay, that's okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you present to the court to be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name for the court, please.
Janae Newell.
Janae, have you prepared a statement you want to read to the judge before she?
Now this the chick that, just in case y'all know, this the chick that the charges on this nigga
First, I just want to say
for the victim.
thank you to the judge and to the court for giving me and many other victims a chance to be heard after finding our own voice. Thank you to God, the real living God that lives within us all. You've made this possible, and your presence is noticed in all this. And even to Mr. Booker for doing your best, for trying at least to give him a fair trial.
but we all know Mr. Bishop is not fair. Mr. Bishop, Babaji, has been a monster to us all, and we try to see the best in
Yeah,
him.
she's still addressing that nigga as
He has
Baba G.
poisoned all of our souls and said he would send us to the abyss if we ever defied him. He made us believe that he was Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And for that alone is punishable. I hope this opens his eyes. And I pray that the people who are there with him are set free themselves, so they can stop living in the illusion that this man has placed on our minds. When I first came across carbonation, I thought I had a family. And I thought I could live free and fulfill our mission with the people that was appointed to be the gods and goddesses on earth. But it was torture for me. I cried at night and trembled at day. Alivio, you made us to be liars when we lived in truth, wanted to live in truth. The harassment was dreadful for me, especially around my pregnancy. You demolished Eligio. You demolished our connection with God, just so you can be God. And you haunted our dreams like the monster you are. You damaged us all. You confused us all. You made love something we should be fearing. And abuse was looked as normal for us, and it was not supposed to be. The very people you promised to help, you tarnished and you destroyed us. You truly didn't care about us, Olivia. To me and many others, he was a guy judge in court. He was a teacher. He was a lover. He was a friend. And for us, the members of Carbonation, he was a prophet. And he was supposed to be good for change, but he turned into a whole nasty demon who had sex with us whenever he pleased, even if we didn't want to. Made us ignore the children around just so he could get more attention. That wasn't fair to the mothers. Eligio, you have atoning to do.
It's the victim, Janae. Y'all, you know what I mean? For y'all that's just coming in, she giving her last testimony. Uh, her last statement before the sentencing or whatever. All right.
You were our guy, but now you're a prisoner, like you prisoned us. Now you're a prisoner, like you imprisoned us. And I even now pray that God has mercy on your soul. God will have mercy, I hope, for you. And this time there's no escaping, no running, no hiding. Face yourself. And sit there until you understand why you're there before you go off teaching anything to anyone. No Leroy, no Dr. Bishop, not even Three God or Nature Boy will be there to save you. It's only you and God, the real God. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, any other witnesses we want to be heard from the state?
Yes, it looks like Ms. Jacobs has situated herself in a place
Ah,
that is
yes,
not
okay,
in a
yes,
vehicle.
all right. All right, you can unmute. There you go. No, you're still muted, try it again.
Okay.
I think I messed it up, all right. One more time. Did it let you do it? There you go. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get my baby situated.
No, you're fine, All right, go ahead and swear in, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Brianna, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the evidence you'll give to the court today will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down and introduce yourself again for the record, please.
Brianna Jacobs.
And what do you want to tell Judge Piper if she considers an appropriate sentence for Mr. Bishop?
I feel like
the ones before me said most of, like, they really did a good job explaining themselves and what we went through while being in this situation. On my behalf, I just want to say thank you to the judge, and I'm glad that we're finally getting justice after, for myself, 70 years of being involved with this person that we did view as our messiah at the time. It's years that we'll never get back. And sorry. I just pray that throughout this whole situation, that the ones that are still involved in the situation will regain their minds back. That's what I pray for the most right now. Because I understand where they are, and I hope this is the opportunity for them to break free from the spell that they're under. And even for myself, it took a while to realize why I even involved myself in a situation like this and what in me attracted these scenarios and why I even viewed him as a god at one point in my life. But one thing that I did from the situation is I found the true God. And I feel like that's the best thing that I got from the situation. But yeah, I feel like I really don't have much to say. I'm just glad that justice is being served for all of us, and yeah.
Thank you. Any questions?
No, I'm told that Mr. Dixon wanted to say something. He's not a victim or a 413 victim. He's a victim in the traditional sense of that word, though he was not a named victim. I don't know. I was told it was brief. Is the court willing to listen to him?
Okay, that's fine.
Aaron, can you turn your camera on?
I'm actually trying to figure out how to turn my video on.
I had to click a button that said to ask you to start your video, so, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Hold on one second, let him start your video.
Yeah, Mr. Dixon, if you raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the evidence you'll give to the court today will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down and introduce yourself, please.
Yes, sir, my name is Aaron Dixon. I'm just gonna be brief. I don't think that anybody in the world has led a perfect life, a life that doesn't have mistakes, a life that doesn't have shortcomings. But the distinct difference about Mr. Bishop is that even in this moment, as he sits in a very serious position, he's in disbelief as if he's done nothing wrong. And the danger behind that is that in order to change your behavior, you have to first acknowledge that a change needs to be made. Mr. Bishop has an inability to see his own shortcomings, which means he would never change, which means he should never be in the vicinity of a normal, functioning human being. I personally believe that all mistakes are forgivable if a person has the courage to admit that they even made a mistake. And I will say, Judge, I've met some unique people in my life, but this is the very first time that I believe that I've ever met a psychopath in real time. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you.
That's all the state has by way of evidence. We do have argument at the appropriate time, but we would reserve that.
All right, and.
Am I allowed to speak at all?
Well, yeah, hold on 1 second. Did you have any witnesses that wanted to speak, Mr. Booker?
My witnesses have been banned from the courthouse, so no, I did
Ah,
not.
okay, they're the ones who acted out, okay.
I don't know that they acted out, but they're not in the courthouse.
Well, I would instruct the deputies for all of those witnesses who acted out on the stand and the folks that acted out in the gallery where once they did that, they were no longer welcome in the courtroom.
Yeah, there are some people who were banned who didn't act out.
Okay, well, I'll be happy to hear from them if
Well, they're not here, so we'll just proceed.
All right, Mr. Ray wants to say something. Is he a witness?
That's Mr. Townsend. He's sorry.
Oh, sorry, it says Solar Ray on here.
Yes, and I did not realize. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, you can go ahead and unmute, please. Raise your right hand and we'll swear you in.
Sir, do you swear or affirm the evidence you'll give to the court today will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down and introduce yourself, please.
My name is Courtney Townsend.
Y'all all know who this weirdo is. Jaguar's nephew. So Mr. Solar right there.
And yes, I have been on a journey with everyone who spoke. And I have been very close to Mr. Bishop during this entire journey. And thank everybody for sharing what you shared. And And thank you, Aaron, for saying what you said as well, bringing that clarity and even offering some medicine to the table for him to hold on to while he's in there. And for me, I had to realize that everybody is on a spiritual journey. Not everybody really acknowledges it. However, we're all there. I didn't realize that my purpose and being myself was all that I needed. I felt like I was missing pieces. I was missing my father. And I was so gung-ho on changing the world, I was willing to change myself to the detriment of me. I found all of my gifts and all of my affinities to be the very things that were shut down and arrested while I was at Courtroom Nation. All of my skills and gifts and abilities that could have me in a whole other position in my life were the very things being suppressed while I offered my daily vital energy to Eligio Bishop because I believed that he believed in empowering people truly. And instead of taking us to sovereignty, he ended up playing as what I would consider to be an antichrist. Anything that takes you away from your connection to the divine for yourself. However religion you found it, whatever mantras, practices, or meditations you use, that's your own. And I hope that everybody can align to their purposes. Everybody can get on track with their lives. A lot of people don't realize what we have to do to recover from giving away everything, cutting off all of our family members, and even ourselves, losing ourselves psychologically for so many years, what it takes to recover from that. So I commend the strength of everybody who's stood up against Mr. Bishop, and he knows everything. There's nothing I need to say to him.
Nigga, you made a baby with the victim, nigga. You sought after all that. You know what I mean? When his ass got locked up, nigga, you went straight after the baby mama, nigga. This nigga talk about,
Wow.
nigga, that's what she was talking. That's why that's the thing. He got a baby by both of Nature Boy's ex-wives. Both of them. The victim and Velvet. This nigga creeped on in there when Nature Boy got locked up and try to continue to work. Try to continue that cult like carbonation type mindset. This nigga ain't innocent at all.
He knows what he's done, and unfortunately he's gotten away with too much. So I've always wanted to heal my generational curses in my family, me not having my father around as much as I wanted to. And I wanted to help change that in the world. We ended up perpetuating generational curses, creating more situations for the children to have to recover from due to our current situations now. But I know there's a lot of power in the tongue, and I believe in the best for everybody. I believe that everybody is going to find their way, find their light, however that looks. And I'm proud of you all. You are all very strong. Ugly Mr. Bishop, your light is in the dark. And you already know your chart. Do your work, bro. Nobody's exempt. I'm not exempt. You're not exempt. Nobody here is. Love wins, and you had me thinking that love was a L, like a loss. Love was something to do away with. It was a weakness, and it wasn't, bro. It wasn't. It's the only thing that's kept me here standing strong to this day. So, regardless of how people view me to this day from what we've done, I'm on the road to my own soul redemption, and I'm willing to do the work that it takes for me to become the best version of myself, so that one day I can be the man for my children that I know I'm supposed to be, not the man that you were, and not trying to become the man.
Nigga, he ain't trying to hear all that after you had a child with his baby mama, nigga.
Man like you,
What he talking about?
Crazy.
You don't want to hear all that shit.
It sounds like one big Jerry Springer episode.
Right.
And did your client will be heard? All right, Mr. Bishop. Mr. Bishop, do you want to be heard? Come on up to the.
Yeah, this he giving his last little statement or whatever.
And we'll swear you in.
You just want to testify about the truth? For sure. At all times.
All right, what is it you'd like me to consider?
I just want to say something to all of them.
Well,
I just want to say.
Just direct it to me, please, not to.
I'll direct it to you. I'll direct it to you. Are you happy?
Are you happy?
I'm not answering any questions of yours, Mr.
I forgive you. I forgive you, and I still love you. I forgive you, and I still love you. I got nothing in my heart. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. I forgive you. I want you to know I still love you and forgive you. And kiss my baby girl and let her know I love her. And I love y'all. I will never, I have no, I promise you, you know how I am. In my heart, you know how I am. I still love you. I still fuck with you. I still love you.
All right.
I
got that.
And no hate.
Okay.
No hate.
Is there anything
Judge,
else?
like, all right, nigga, that's
Like
enough
I
now.
promise you, I love you and I'm still here. I ain't missed one lick. I see what y'all doing, and I want you to know, I forgive you. And I'll see y'all in the end.
All right, thank you.
I love you. I love you.
All right, I just muted the courtroom. We're done with that.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
I think the prosecutor about to get recommendation, the time and all that shit. Let me see real quick.
Just a brief argument, if I may. I think all of this arises out of obviously an environment where women and the four women that have been before the court, as well as others who have not, were stripped by this defendant of their autonomy, stripped of their strength. And I think last week, those young women took that back in pretty epic fashion. You've watched the defendant in the last 25, 30 minutes. His antics, the gesturing, the laughing in court as these young women are telling their story to Your Honor again. He does not believe he did anything wrong. And he will, for the rest of his life, be a danger to this community and a danger to any women he encounters in this community. Because we're asking for, the state is asking for a sentence on the rape charge of life without the possibility of parole. The other counts for unconcurrent.
Dang.
What are
Dang.
the maximum sentences on the other counts?
False imprisonment carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. Count 3, the state's position is that it is a misdemeanor. The first revenge porn.
First one is okay.
Counts 4 and 5, excuse me. The second and third revenge porn counts. State's position is that each of those maximum sentence is 5 years in custody.
Life without parole.
All right. Any other additional argument? Okay. Mr. Butler.
Thank you. It's an unusual position I find myself. I'm in the courtroom. My client's not. The witnesses that he would have had here, they were not here because they were banned from the courthouse.
So the only, just let me make the record clear, the only folks that I instructed the sheriff's department to ban were the folks that acted out on the stand and or acted out in the gallery. Those were my instructions.
Yes, sure.
There have been threats, there have been all sorts of things being made to court staff, to court employees, to everybody throughout this process. So
yes,
in the interest of maintaining decorum and as much security as we can, that was my decision. And also before you go forward, I forgot to put one thing on the record.
Okay.
I asked Mr. Bishop earlier if he wanted to return to the courtroom this afternoon, and he initially said yes. And I said, all right, we'll make arrangements for you to do that while the jury, or after the jury rewatched and re-listened to the evidence they requested to see. And then he wanted to talk to you, and I understand you called him, and you came back in and you told me that he changed his mind and did not want to come back.
That is correct, Judge.
Okay.
I did speak to him, and the jury went back out and continued to deliberate, and he maintained his
okay.
stay.
That's fine. Because it was on the record that he wanted to come, and he's still in the jail courtroom, so that's why I wanted to clear that up. All right.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No worries. Portia Wade and Caleb Butler, they were the only two witnesses. I don't know what happened with them, but they're not in the courthouse. But to Ms. Marquez, to Kendra, to Brianna, and to Janae, as a defense attorney, my job and my obligation is to zealously defend my client. I've watched a lot of hurt between all four of them. There's only one true God, and it's not Elijah Bishop, and he knows that. And I'm sorry with everything these folks have had to go through in this case. I do think Mr. Bishop, though Judge, is redeemable. I do not think a life without parole sentence is appropriate. I think life obviously is 30 years, is what it currently is before he'd be eligible for parole. I would ask the court to give him the opportunity to get parole in the future and let the parole board determine whether or not he is redeemable. Obviously, this has been a very challenging trial. There's been a lot of emotion on all ends. I've seen people.
Yeah, they be calling that nigga Eli shit.
But in a nutshell, Judge, I'm asking the court to sentence him
Elagio.
Life with the possibility of
Wow.
change, or if you're not willing to do just life, maybe do a life with consecutive time, but not do it without
Life with
parole,
no
because the court
parole.
will determine in 30 years whether or not he is redeemable or not. I will state that he has no prior felony convictions that I'm aware of. He's never been convicted of anything. He did own a barbershop here in Atlanta, as he had stated before he left on his journey. Mr. Bishop, his parents, as I understand, both of them were, he didn't have parents. He was raised in New York. And at a very young age, I think both of his parents either abandoned him or were killed. And so he doesn't have much in the way of family or in the way of history. There's been a lot of things that have happened to him, in my opinion, that put him in the position that he's in right now. But I would ask support for whatever discretion the court is willing to give for purposes of his sentence.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. You know, I would have been inclined to exercise some discretion had Mr. Bishop shown any remorse, guilt, or regret throughout this process. And I saw nothing during the trial but for him laughing and cutting up and looking shocked and surprised at all of the testimony. I mean, Mr. Bishop, you're a master manipulator and probably the classic definition of a narcissist, like that I've ever seen. You took advantage of these folks who were essentially lost souls, looking for some guidance, looking for some connection, or looking for some comfort. And you were able to fill a void for them for some reason. But in the process, you completely took advantage of them and have caused potentially, I hope not, but potentially irreparable harm. I hope that all of the victims will be able at some point in time to recover from this and to find some type of peace in their lives. And maybe the verdict will help in that regard. But I hope you all are able to move on at some point and find some peace, whatever that is for you. So with that, I am going to follow the recommendation of the state in this case. On the rape, he'll be sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
Hey. Sheesh.
10 years consecutive for the false imprisonment. And on the internet porn, count 3, 12 months to serve. Concurrent to the false imprisonment. The internet porn, I'll run concurrent to the false imprisonment. Internet for 5 years. So it's 12 months on count 3, 5 years on count 4, and 5 years on count 5. All of that will run concurrent to the false imprisonment. But the false imprisonment is consecutive. So it's life without parole plus 10 years. And hopefully he will never be able to take advantage of anybody else again.
Judge, can you be sure to go over his post-conviction rights with him as well as?
Yes.
Damn, bro.
Judge, before, I know there were
Life without parole plus 10 years.
Yeah, I don't wish that on nobody, but damn, bro.
Oh, he dying in there.
That nigga put himself in that predicament, bro.
Bro, life, he getting life in prison plus 10 years.
Right. Plus 10 years.
Wow. With no possibility of parole.
Yup. Yeah.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this nigga been doing ever since that nigga got on the internet. Like when I first seen that nigga pop up on Cynetic Couch, that was like 2016 with Young Pharaoh and shit. And the nigga's doing an interview on Cynetic Couch. The next time you seen that nigga pop up, he's like in Costa Rica somewhere and doing all that weird shit on Facebook Live and saying all that weird shit in them videos. I'm like, oh, this nigga, and he got worse over time. Like he got more extreme. When he realized those numbers was going up, this nigga got more extreme with the content, bro.
Right.
More extreme, just more extreme. You know what I mean? With the content.
And that seems to be the pattern with content creators these days, successful ones. It gets more and more extreme in whatever niche it is.
Right.
That's because the audience start to get desensitized and they want more and more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. This goes to show you you shouldn't be following behind no man. That's what we be saying on here.
Yeah,
Don't follow
following
behind
behind
no
him.
man.
Hell no.
Stop following
He
behind these these
right.
these, these people out here.
And I
These
kind of don't like.
celebrities, these politicians, these fake prophets and preachers or whatever they claim to be.
All right.
Stop
And then for
following
the
these
women that left their
bishops.
children to go over there, yeah, they women that left their children to go over there to
Right.
this nigga cult. It's crazy to me. Like left your whole left your whole child behind to follow some nigga in the junk, some shiftless, worthless nigga in the jungle. All because he making the lifestyle look good and talking some knowledge, and they get addicted to that. You know what
He
I'm
was doing
saying?
too much. I mean, at what point do you realize that you're an adult and you getting taken advantage of as far as how extreme this guy was? Like they all talking like they didn't realize how extreme this guy was before they even joined the cult. Like, just look at his content.
Yeah, some shiftless Negro in the jungle, and these women catching flights, spending their last little bit of money to get to this nigga. Niggas giving up $300,000 to this nigga, and niggas giving up credit cards and passports to this nigga, and just doing all
Well,
types of
people love
crazy
the
shit,
false
bro.
light. People love the false
Like
light.
man,
He's a false. You know what I mean, people love the false light. You
all
know what I'm
that
saying?
weird shit. Like nigga should have just stuck to the knowledge with all that theatric shit. You probably been alright if you ain't try to control the women and do all this theatric shit online and
Nah.
all this
He
weird
would have
shit.
been all right if he ain't start doing the graping.
Yeah, right,
I mean, that should have been left out
right.
completely. That's what that. It wasn't
Agreed.
even the stuff that he was talking about. It wasn't all the theatrics because you got people who still doing that
Yeah,
now.
right.
You know what I mean? And they
It
making
was
it.
that
They
great.
ain't in
Yeah,
prison.
it was that
But
great.
this dude, he was doing the grapes.
Yeah, it
Grape.
was that great. Forcing
Yeah.
women to have sex and all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah, it caught up with
Yeah.
you.
He
Yeah.
should. Yeah. That's what got him was the grapes
And then he was doing all that shit on camera, like you was doing
on
all that
camera,
shit
bro.
on camera.
Wow.
Like you was doing all that fake ass sex education shit on camera, nigga. That was porn, nigga. That was straight porn. This nigga talking about sex education videos. Nigga, that was porn, nigga. Nigga probably was selling that shit on the black market on the low. Or just, you know what I mean? Probably was selling on that
On
footage
a
and shit on
black
the
market.
low.
You think
Not on the
on? He
black
ain't.
market,
He
but
ain't gotta be no black
not
market.
the
Just
black market, but you know what I mean.
he could just go on OF or something.
Yeah, like OnlyFans or some other websites and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Getting paid off the content.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this nigga. Yeah, you notice
Yeah.
all these weird ass cult leader following niggas went to jail. All
Yeah.
of them.
Pretty much.
All of them with that cult.
All the
Yeah,
charlatans is being thrown in jail at this present time because the darkness is starting to come to the light.
right.
So all charlatans go basically is getting up out of here.
Right.
I mean, how long? Z York, he never getting out, right? He's still in
New
there.
York
He ain't
ain's
gonna never get
New
out.
York ain't getting out. Hell no. New
Never,
York gonna
ever.
die in there.
So
Polite got
so
what Polite got 4 years? He got
how
4
many?
years. I think
4?
Polite just got 4 years, right?
I believe
Or
I
did
know
he
he
get
ain't got life. Yeah, yeah, he got a lot less than the rest of them. Cause Kelly gonna die in there too. Robert,
yeah, Robert dying in there, bro.
that's crazy.
Make sure y'all hit that like button
Sad.
for us.
It ain't nothing but a bunch of sad endings out here. All sad endings, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad for that nigga, boy.
A bunch of
Nature
sad
boy,
endings.
Nature boy laughing and all doing all that shit now, but when that shit really hit that nigga, when that nigga go upstate and he real, I mean that shit hit him, and they're gonna be crying in that cell, bro. That nigga gonna be crying
Yeah,
in
hell
that
yeah, he gonna be
cell.
crying because he ain't never gonna be free from there.
Nope.
He gonna that's his new life now.
All
That's
that.
crazy. Who next? Diddy?
I don't know.
It don't seem like those allegations against Diddy is gonna be anything to land him in jail. It seems
Yeah, it
like
ain't.
those people just want money.
Yeah, they were going after the money. Yup.
It's wild. It's
Them
wild
three
out there.
wives, them wives better take their ass home. Ain't no more Nature Boy. Three wives. The three wives. Y'all better take your ass home.
There ain't no more Nature Boy
Yeah,
3
three or
wives.
four, whoever, however them in the motherfuckers is left. I think one of them locked up for trying to smuggle weed to this stupid nigga. And then the other three, they just following behind this nigga. They might as well take their ass home, bro. Y'all might as well go home to y'all kids at this point. Nature Boy's done. Y'all might as well go let that nigga go. And Solar, don't be tracking them down after they leave neither, nigga, trying to have babies with them. This nigga gonna try to have babies with the last three.
Damn.
Solar gonna go over there and try to have babies with the last three of Eligio Bishop wives and shit.
Well, he trying to, he's trying to take his place.
Right.
He want to
because
be the
Solar
next
was
one
talking.
in
Yeah,
line.
Solar. Right. He was talking. That nigga know he was talking like he's still down with that nigga, bro. He still love that nigga. He still want to be under Nature Boy. Yeah, he gonna go over there and creep his ass over there to the last three wives of Bishop and try to have babies with him and shit. Nigga crazy. All right. All that three. Man, this video is sponsored by Zeolite, man. If y'all ain't get y'all Zeolite yet, shit, we almost sold out the case. I told you, in one day, we almost sold out the whole case out in one day, y'all, with the Zeolite. That's how we know it's helping people, man. Make sure y'all go over there and get your Ze-Tox, your Zeolite Ze-Tox Detox, man. Make sure y'all, and if y'all looking for good CBD, we talking about naturally grown CBD. We got 25% off on the CBD over there as well. The CBD smokes, pre-rolls, the cigars, edibles, you know what I'm saying? Soaps and lotions. Make sure y'all support the shop. If y'all want to donate, you know what I mean, to the cause, because this channel is not monetized, y'all. So if y'all want to donate to the Cash App, it's floating across the bottom of the screen. And also, the link to the Cash App is in the description. Yeah, we're going to keep bringing y'all for this fire content. If y'all ain't watched none of the interviews on the channel yet, make sure y'all check those out. Dr. Umar interview. We got the Young Pharaoh interview, which he's going in on Nature Boy and Rashad Jamal on that interview.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure y'all check that out and subscribe to this channel if you haven't, because we're going to keep the content flowing on this channel and the Night and Day. The Night and Day Talk Media channel. All right, hold on. I was trying to do something real quick. Yep. All right, so make sure y'all come over here to the shop and get the Ze-Tox. Y'all know we ship these orders out fast, so make sure y'all, you know what I mean, definitely come over here and support, especially if y'all looking for a great detox, CBD and all that on here as well. The vapes, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? The hoodies on here. Yep. All right, man. We're gonna get up out of here, y'all. We're gonna catch y'all on the rebound.
Yeah. Make sure y'all join that email list.
Yeah, sign up on the email list on the website.
Facts.
And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at night and daynetmarket.com.